Namaskar, friends. I welcome you all to the Hindu Science and Technology analysis on 17th September 2023. Mr. A is asking Mr. B. Mr. B, tell me why Nipah is occurring only in Kerala. Mr. A is telling, I will tell you the reason. Mr. B is asking again, so what is the reason? Tell me. I want to know. Is there Kerala is very favorite of Nipah virus and the fruit bats? Mr. A is telling, it is not so. Let me explain. So Mr. A started explaining why Nipah virus is found only in Kerala. The R. Prasad article which I am discussing is titled Why Nipah virus outbreaks are occurring only in Kerala. The main reason is that Mr. A is explaining Nipah virus is there in other parts of India also, but the testing is done only by the doctors in Kerala because there is a factor responsible for the doctors in Kerala expressing the doubt that a person who is diagnosed with fever must be tested for Nipah. So this suspicion index, this is a suspicion index, that is doubt index. Doctors are doubtful. High index of suspicion is what we can term it. In 2018, there was the first outbreak of Nipah in Kozhikode, followed by 2019 Ernakulam there was Nipah outbreak, and then 2021 again there was an outbreak of Nipah in Kozhikode, and then 2023 now we have. So 4 waves of Nipah virus have been tested. Mr. B replied, Oh, Mr. A, now I understand why Nipah is only reported from Kerala and the news is coming only from Kerala. And now tell me, Mr. A, have you heard that our Mr. C is suffering from TB, that is tuberculosis? Mr. A said, Yes, Mr. B, I am sorry, but that is a very much mind blowing and affecting me to learn that Mr. C is affecting from TB. Mr. A asked, what may be the reason? Mr. B, tell me what may be the reason why Mr. C is suffering from TB. Mr. C is telling Mr. A, his body is not so healthy. Mr. C is not so healthy because of undernutrition. He does not eat much and he cannot afford good food also. Mr. A is asking, what is the relation between undernutrition and TB? Mr. B replied, You do not know, Mr. B. A 55% of annual TB incidence in India is due to undernutrition, that is, not eating much. Around 1.2 million TB cases each year are dedicated only to undernutrition. Mr. Babe A is telling, oh, now I understood why undernutrition is causing TB cases. But what government is doing to prevent such cases? Mr. B replied, of course, government is doing many things. One is Nikshay Poshan Yojana. Mr. A asked Mr. B, what is Nikshay Poshan Yojana? Mr. B replied, I will tell you. Listen, it is a direct benefit transfer scheme. That is a direct benefit transfer scheme for nutritional support to TB patients and his family members. 500 rupees per month is credited into the account of a person with TB for the duration of his treatment. Even his family members are benefited. It is only to help the person purchase food and eat it. There is a Nikshay Mitra scheme also that was launched in September 2022. In 2022, Tamil Nadu became the first and only state to launch the differentiated TB care program. All these schemes are there to arrest the undernutrition among the TB patients. So Nikshay Poshan scheme or Nikshay Poshan Yojana is benefiting lots of people and their families to get nourished and escape from the TB. Mr. A replied, now I understood, Mr. B. Mr. A is asking Mr. B again, where is Mr. D? Nowadays he is not seen with us. He is not coming out of the house also. Mr. B replied, he is suffering from depression. Mr. A asked, what is the reason? Mr. B replied, because he suffered some shocks due to financial difficulties, and his spouse is also not well. That's why he is suffering from depression and not coming out of the house. Mr. A is retorting, oh, Mr. D is having high levels of cortisol. Mr. B asked Mr. A, what is cortisol? Mr. A replied, you do not know cortisol. Cortisol is the hormone. Cortisol hormone is released when one person is suffering from depression. Mr. B said, oh, now I understood. So what is the cure for depression? Mr. A said, that is the discussion of today's question corner in the Hindu, Keeping It at Bay. The title of the article is Keeping It at Bay. A healthy sleep is needed. Regular physical activity is needed. And frequent social mingling is needed. You must avoid smoking. And you must not sit at a place for long time. that is, sedentary behavior should be avoided. And a moderate level of alcohol taking is also helpful.